Shanks is one of the most powerful, influential, and beloved pirates in One Piece. Despite the fact that he appeared in the first chapter, after 1088 chapters, he remains one of the most mysterious characters. Everyone knows that he was on Roger's ship and had duels with Mihawk, as well as how he got his scars, etc. These facts are well known, so in this video I will show you 31 lesser known facts about Shanks. For example, did you know that in the Romance Dawn version 2 of One Piece, which was published in the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine, Oda revealed that initially he had planned for Luffy to receive the iconic Straw Hat and his Devil Fruit from his grandfather, Monkey D. Garp, rather than from Shanks. Oda's original idea was to introduce Shanks later in the series when the manga was already being published. The reason behind this plan was to build up Shanks' persona to create a more impactful and stronger effect when he was eventually revealed. However, Oda ultimately decided not to go with his initial concept. Fortunately, this change allowed the legendary scene of Shanks handing over the Straw Hat to Luffy to come to fruition, which has become an iconic and emotional moment in the series. Number 2. We all come across the literally me memes daily on social media platforms, but have you ever thought or wondered if Oda would have a character like that in his mind? Well, the answer is yes. Oda indeed has one and shared his thoughts with fans. As claimed by Oda, Shanks is the most relatable character to him out of all the other characters in One Piece. The reason is simple. Shanks resembles the cool and calm personality of Oda and has noticeable clothing like him. Furthermore, he added that Shanks' animal resemblance is a lion, which perfectly suits a ferocious character like him. Number 3. Shanks' favorite food in One Piece are lobster, chahan, and kimchi. Both chahan and kimchi are Japanese fried rice dishes. He is surely a fried rice lover, which many may not have seen coming. As for the least favorite food, Shanks is not a big fan of blueberries. We also got to know about Shanks' hobby, which is wandering. Number 5. Another interesting fact is that a fan chose the birth date of Shanks, and it was approved by the author, Oda, as his official birth date. The fandom now celebrates Shanks' birthday on March 9th. Moreover, there is another clever wordplay here. March 9th can be written as 3-9. The Japanese word for 3 is san, and 9 is ku or Q, which, when combined, is a direct reference to his name, Shankusu. He shares a birthday with Mihawk and Frankie. Number 7. So far, Shanks has never appeared on a volume cover without Marshall D. Teach being present as well, which is really interesting, and I believe Oda has a reason for that. Number 8. Shanks was discovered by the legendary pirate Gold D. Roger and his crew when he was a baby. He was found in a treasure chest at God Valley. Shanks was thus fostered by the Roger pirates from infancy until Roger's death. He and Buggy were both pirate apprentices with the Roger pirates. Roger was someone whom Shanks admired and adored. He continues to keep in touch with the Dark King, Silver's Rayleigh, since his connection to the group was so deep. This is an amazing parallel backstory because, if you remember, Uta was also found in a treasure chest in the exact same way by Shanks. It's fate repeating itself, and Shanks raised Uta to become her adoptive father, as seen in One Piece film Red. What a twist to the tale! Shanks' past as an infant found by the Roger pirates was first hinted at in chapter 966 when Roger and Rayleigh both mentioned having taken care of a baby some time ago. Number 10. Despite having less screen time, Shanks is one of the most popular characters in One Piece. This is mainly due to his characterization and the significant impact he has on the show. In all 7 Japanese fan polls, he has never been out of the top 15 most popular characters list. Number 11. While we don't know who the first Haki user in the history of the One Piece world is and who discovered it, we certainly know that Shanks was the first person to use Haki in the anime. He used Conqueror's Haki against the Sea King, thereby making him the first user of Conqueror's Haki we saw in the show. Number 12. One Piece Romantic Dawn version 1's first pilot in the Shonen Jump specials revealed that Shanks' arm was actually eaten off by a shark, not a Sea King. However, Oda eventually adjusted this, which ultimately made the scenario more compelling and terrifying later in the show. Number 13. Griffin is the name of Shanks' fierce-looking sword. The sword is named after the mythical creature called Griffin. These beasts are said to make a screeching noise but have yet to be seen. Griffin is considered to be the main weapon of Shanks as he is always seen carrying it with him. It is a saber-type sword, and to be honest, it takes this man's swag to the next level. Despite wielding it with just one hand, Shanks can intimidate anyone in his way with his sword. Previously, when he was with the Roger pirates, Shanks wielded 2 different swords. In another SBS column, a reader asked Oda to draw a griffin in human form. As you can see, the image above depicts a griffin in human form. Number 15. Shanks is connected to all the current emperors of the sea in one way or another. For example, Blackbeard is the one who left a huge, unique scar on Shanks' face. Next, Shanks was the one who inspired Luffy to become a pirate and start the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy rightfully became an emperor like him. And lastly, there's Buggy, who worked together with Shanks as a pirate apprentice in the Roger Pirates. Number 16. Previously, Shanks had the lowest bounty among the 4 emperors of the sea, but among the emperors currently in power, Shanks has the largest bounty. If you are wondering what Shanks' bounty was when he handed over the Straw Hat to Luffy, it was 1,040,000,000 berries. Now, Shanks has a jaw-dropping bounty of 4,048,900,000 berries on his head, making it the 5th highest bounty of all time in the One Piece world. Well, it is clever wordplay from Oda here. The 489 in the bounty can be read as Shiyaku, which is a direct reference to his name, Shanks. In Japanese, his name is pronounced as Shankusu, so you can understand the reason behind his bounty numbers. Number 18. Before the new set of Emperors of the Sea were announced, we were introduced to the 4 OG Emperors, Shanks, Whitebeard, Kaido, and Big Mom. During that period, when Shanks became an emperor, he was the youngest Yonko among the emperors. Furthermore, Shanks was the only Yonko from the West Blue at the time, but Luffy has since stolen the crown from him. Another fun fact here is that, except for him, all the other 3 emperors, namely Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido, were former members of the infamous Rock Pirates. Number 19. Shanks is well known as the killer of observation Haki, as revealed in One Piece Volume 4 Billion. You must be wondering why at this stage. By first disrupting opponents with his powerful Conqueror's Haki, the user of this rare and unique advanced form of Conqueror's Haki can prevent them from deploying observation Haki. As of now, Shanks is the only person who can use this technique effortlessly. With the power to neutralize an opponent's ability to see into the future and overwhelm them with attacks, this skill gives Shanks a significant tactical advantage. In the future, we will undoubtedly see more of this ability in action. Remember Luffy's iconic Conqueror's Haki scene in the Fishman Island arc? According to author Eiichiro Oda in an SBS interview, Shanks could have completely outclassed 100,000 fishmen with his Haoshoku Haki. This goes to show just how extraordinarily powerful Shanks is when dealing with Conqueror's Haki. Number 20. This is one of the most popular facts about Shanks and his crew, and most fans might already know this. Shanks didn't eat a strong devil fruit unlike some other characters in the show. Not only him, but his entire crew also refrain from using devil fruits. Instead, they rely on their Haki and combat prowess. But did you know that while Luffy has strong female characters like Nami and Robin in his crew, Shanks, on the other hand, lacks a woman character among his crewmates? The reason behind this mystery remains unknown, and it has been a hot topic among fans for the longest time. Number 22. The red-haired pirate's Jolly Roger in One Piece was modified slightly after the Marineford War. While both versions still resemble the characteristics of Shanks, the small difference can be easily recognized. The former one had the skull with its mouth wide open, but now the skull's mouth is closed, and the skull looks comparatively different and more menacing. Number 23. Some members of the Shanks group have an anchor symbol on their shirts or bodies as a tattoo, similar to the shirt that young Luffy wore when Shanks came to his village. The anchor symbol serves as a tribute to Shanks, who often helps the economy of the Fuchsia village. Number 24. Another intriguing fact about Shanks is that one of the most important battles in the show happened behind the scenes. During the Marineford War, Kaido was on his way to strike Whitebeard, but luckily Shanks was able to stop him in his tracks. The exact details of how it happened remain unknown and continue to be one of the most debated topics among fans. Number 25. When they were still in Roger's crew, Shanks and Buggy once had an argument about which pole is the coldest, the north or the south. A reader once asked Oda in an SBS column about whose answer is correct, Shanks or Buggy's. The correct answer, according to Oda, is the South Pole because there is only ice along the way. Therefore, Shanks' answer is correct. However, Oda added that the coldest place in the world is not the South Pole. Number 26. As mentioned before, at the beginning of the story, Shanks lost his left arm after being attacked by a sea monster. However, something funny was noticed when Shanks and Ace met for the first time. In the drinking scene, there was an animation error and Shanks appeared with both hands. This spotted mistake was so amusing and it sparked discussions among fans. Some even jokingly speculated that Shanks might have eaten a devil fruit that allowed him to grow his arm back magically. Number 27. For every animation aired on 4Kids TV, scenes that are considered sexual or excessively violent are usually omitted. In One Piece's case, the series removed scenes depicting Shanks' drinking habit. The reason for this removal was that Shanks could be seen as a bad influence on the audience, especially children. There was a time when Shanks was having a party to celebrate Luffy for gaining a 100 million belly bounty. Due to the prohibition on drinking scenes, Shanks is depicted as not letting Mihawk go and instead invites him for a fight. This alteration in the scene might lead the audience to perceive something different about the original context. Number 28. During Odin's flashback, Shanks is depicted with a more childish design and voice, despite it taking place some years after other flashbacks where Shanks is shown with a more mature design and his adult voice. Number 29. According to Oda, if a child asked Shanks for the Gomu Gomu no Mi, he would tease them about being 10 years too young to eat one. Number 30. When One Piece first aired on Indonesian TV, Shanks' name changed to Jeki. This change caused confusion among viewers who wanted to find out the reason behind the name alteration. Fortunately, a One Piece fan provided an explanation that seems to solve the mystery. The most likely reason for the name change is a translation error in the pronunciation of katakana. If you pay attention, the words Shanksu and Jiangsu have almost the same katakana characters. It would make sense why Shanks is called Jeki in the Indonesian version. Those who only watched One Piece on TV in Indonesia would be familiar with Shanks being called Jeki. And number 31. Netflix's One Piece live-action show is set to release sometime in 2023, and fans all over the world are incredibly excited about it. As mentioned earlier, Shanks plays a vital role in the show, and casting the right actor for his live-action character is crucial. Fortunately, Peter Gadio has been chosen for the role, and he is well known for his work in Supergirl, Queen of the South, and Yellow Jackets. That's it for today. Write down in the comments how many facts you did not know. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Bye.